In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a wheel. We have looked up a wheel on the Bunnings website and found something very similar to model this off. This one's 300 millimeters in diameter, so the outside wheel diameter 300, and the balloon or the tire profile is 60 wide. I'm going to open a new component. So new design. Once we've got the new design, we're going to create a new sketch. I'm going to click on this front plane. Then I'm going to click a line. I'm going to turn the line type in my sketch palette to construction. I'm going to click the origin and come straight up. We're going to do 120. This can be edited later. At the top of this line, I'm going to press escape, and then if I can move it from side to side, it's wrong. So we've got this locking in, which is good. That's here if you haven't got the horizontal constraint kind of locking your line directly upwards. The next thing we're going to do is draw a circle, and we're going to turn off the construction line type. We're going to click on the top of that line, and we're going to go out 60. So this is going to be the balloon of our tire. If I press escape and then pull those measurements away from the drawing, it just makes it a little bit neater to work with. Now we're going to go to a 2-point rectangle, and we're going to click somewhere between there and there, so right in the middle, and then we're going to come down from that point. Before you click again, type in 40 and then tab 30, enter. Now what you'll see is this one here has got these locked in, so it will lock that in position. We want to drag this into this position so it locks there too. The other thing you can do is you can go to the coincident constraint and you can click that line and then that line, and you can see how that snaps into position. Same deal, I'm going to quickly grab this measurement, bring that down there. This one's pretty neat already, and that's the profile we're going to revolve now. So up to finish sketch. When we're going to revolve this profile, we're going to go to revolve here. You might need to come down here to revolve. I'm going to select all my profiles, so that's the profile, and then the axis is going to be the axis that will help you revolve this around. So if I click this one, it would revolve in a different direction, that one a different direction, or this one is the direction we want it to go in. So that's got our kind of bulbous kind of tire and then the rim in position. If I change this to something less than the 360 degrees, you can see how it cuts that profile short. We definitely want it 360 there. Now if I want to change that at all, I can come back down to the sketch features down here. I'll just move my window up a bit, so we can come back to this sketch profile by double clicking it or right clicking, and we could make this one larger or smaller. So if I made this 200 and maybe make this one 30, you can see my profile comes up a little bit bigger. The calculations that we need is the 60, half of 60 is 30. We were aiming to make this 150 altogether, so we get the 300. So if I did 150, take 30, you can see it comes back to that 120. That means the 150 from here to here, the radius times 2 gets you your diameter. Now you can change that, so you can keep going back. It doesn't matter what you put in here, so I'm going to make that rim a little bit narrower, and I'm happy with that. The next thing I'm going to do is just neaten it up, so you can use the chamfers. This isn't important, you can choose what you want to do here. Just put a little chamfer on there. I'm going to do the center part, so I'm going to go to sketch again. This time I'm going to sketch on this plane here. This plane slices our project in half. I'm going to do a 20 millimeter circle and a 40 millimeter circle. And I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude, and I'm going to click the center. This time we're going to extrude it's metric, so in both directions. And I'm going to try 10. We'll go 20 actually. 20, click OK. So that's kind of got this center bearing in position. The next thing I'm going to do is the spoke. So drawing, we'll do the same plane that cuts that through the center, and we'll zoom right in this time. Now, this one is not very technical. A lot of people would say not to draw so freely like this, but if you overlap both the rim section and the bearing section, you can see that that is a total profile because we can select it. Now I'm going to finish the sketch, extrude. I can extrude in both directions again, so symmetric. I want to change the cut to join. And another thing you might want to play with is the taper angle. So say if I did -20 here, you can see that that kind of tapers off either side. Not very technical, like I said. If you need to change it, you can come down here and edit the sketch, and you can change it to look however you want to. Sometimes a really skinny spoke looks better. And then once we've got that, we are going to go to the Revolve feature. So pattern, circular pattern. Sorry, it's not called Revolve, it's called circular pattern. We're going to do a feature, and this is the feature that we're revolving. The axis can be any of these circles, or it could be the red axis down here. I'm going to increase the amount I'm doing, just whatever looks good. Be artistic with this one, and I have got a spoke revolved around. Same deal, if you want to go change it, you can go back through your features here, double click or right click, edit feature, and you can update. One thing that you should keep in mind here is if you put like 700 in here, your computer will probably crash. So it's always best to do a save first. Next thing I'm going to show you is the grip or the tread on this tire. It's a bit of a kind of hit and miss art. I know there's probably a technical way of doing this, but we just want to make it look like a wheel at this stage. So we're going to go to origins and turn on our origin. So you can see if we look at all the origins, it doesn't matter again which one you choose, but it has to be one or the other of these ones. We've already used this one, so I'm going to use this one this time. And then we're going to go to construction, and you can pull this one up. I think we went 40 in the last video. Like I said, it's not a super technical way of doing this. We can edit it as we go though. I've just grabbed the corner of that plane and pulled it out like that. I can turn my origins off here now, so I've got my construction plane showing. I'm going to draw a sketch. I'm going to select that profile, and then I'm going to click slice. So with the slice button, you can see that's cut a profile through the wheel where we're going to sketch on. Now we're going to use the spline tool, and with the spline tool we're going to try and draw a shape. I'm not super good at drawing shapes with the spline tool, but we'll give it a go. And we want to just overlap through the surface of the material. So you can see this has just cut in. Come in a little bit more than that probably, and it kind of tapers out off the material at the top. So I'll run with that. Finish sketch. So you've got this kind of like little tread kind of bit that's going to be cut out. We're going to use the extrude tool, and I'm just going to extrude just a little cut out of the tire like that. So we've got it set to cut. Done extrude. You might want to try the symmetric one again, but one side I'm pretty happy with that. So we've got one cut, and then now we're going to, let's do a quick save, and we're going to revolve that. Sorry, I said that wrong again. We're going to pattern, circular pattern it. Select feature. We're going to come down here and select our feature in the line of features. The axis can be either the red line down here or any circle. And we're going to tell it how many we want. Just don't go crazy, because this is where your computer will crash if you put like 300 in there, but I'm going to try 30. That looks pretty good to me. The last thing we're going to do to the wheel is we're going to put the tread on the other side. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to do this. So we're going to go create, mirror. We're going to mirror a feature. Now we're going to select the feature that is our circular revolve, and then circular pattern. So sorry, I keep saying that. And we also have to select this first feature here, which is best to select it down here. Now we've got them selected, we are going to do our mirror plane. So the mirror plane is this center plane, and that is correct. So click OK, and we have got the wheel. The last thing that we will do is put a physical material on. Now I'm just going to material this whole thing one type of material, so I'm going to go to plastic, and as long as it looks like kind of a rubber tire, I'm happy. So let's just anything that's black in plastic, drag and drop it onto the wheel, click close, and we have got a black wheel ready for our project.